you thinking about buying a home in Celina, Texas and wondering if it's be a good fit for you or not? Honestly, Celina is an amazing place to live, but not everybody's a huge fan once they actually get there. So in today's video, we're going to talk through all the pros and the cons, the positives and the negatives of living in Celina, Texas, so you can figure out if it's a good place for you to live or not. Now, Celina is positioned just on the north side of the Dallas, Texas metro within Collin and Denton counties. It's located about 42 miles north of downtown Dallas, just north of Prosper on the far north side of the Dallas, Texas metro. With a current population of over 30,000 people, the city of Celina's population has nearly tripled since 2010. This huge rate of growth makes Celina the fastest growing city in North Texas. Now, like I said, Celina has a population of around 30,000 people now, but over the next few years, it's going to drastically increase. The projected build out for Celina is nearly 378,000 people. So there is a ton of growth ahead for Celina. It's going to be unreal over the next few years to see what happens up in Celina. So what makes Celina attractive to some and not so attractive to others? Well, we're going to jump into that right now. And make sure to stick around to the end because we're going to talk about some cons that may make you reconsider a move to Celina altogether. By the way, my name is Michael Caraway. I'm a realtor here in the Dallas, Texas metro, and on this channel we talk about what it's like to live in the Dallas, Texas metro, as well as some of the best places to live, so you can figure out if Dallas is a good fit for you or not. Alright, the first pro to living in Celina, Texas is that there are a ton of great neighborhoods. Because Celina is so new to all the development in the DFW metro, there are a ton of new construction communities up in Celina. You're going to find a lot of master plan communities as well as some more express-driven communities that have less amenities. But the master plan communities are what a lot of people are looking for when they're moving to Celina. You know, the places that have a lot of trails, they have the pool, they've got a community center, just a place that you can have a really solid community and a lot of things to do within the place that in the neighborhood that you live. And like I said, in Celina, there are a ton of great neighborhoods, but we're only going to cover two of the most popular ones today. And those are Mustang Lakes and Light Farms. So let's kick it off with Light Farms. Light Farms is a modern take on North Texas living with a tight-knit community of neighbors, awesome amenities, and plenty of room to play. The 1,070 acres of Light Farms was previously owned and farmed by the Light family. We've curated the space to pay homage to our past while creating something new for generations to come since 2014. The amenities are designed to give your family room to play and to foster lifelong friendships between neighbors. With miles of trails, multiple pools, and extensive sports complex, you have plenty of places to create a community with people who share your interests. Light Farms is an absolutely beautiful neighborhood. There are a ton of people that live there. It's got some amazing amenities, really nice, one of the better master plan communities in North Texas. And so if you're looking for a master plan community and you really do value the amenities like pools and amenity centers, having a restaurant on site, and being around a bunch of people who share the same interests, Light Farms could be a good choice for you. Now, Light Farms has been around for a few years now, so you have the opportunity to buy a resale home in there if that's what you're looking for, but you also have opportunities to build from scratch and go into one of the new construction builders in the area. So there's a lot of opportunities in Light Farms. Now, the second community is Mustang Lakes. And according to the website, Mustang Lakes is a community unlike any other in Celina. The largest amenity center in North Texas, featuring a resort-style swimming pool with cabanas, indoor and outdoor entertaining spaces, a state-of-the-art fitness center, an amphitheater, and more. A surrounding 20-acre central park features hiking trails, mature trees, tennis courts, and sports courts, a private lake with an island, and the club at Mustang Lakes is like having a country club in your own backyard. Mustang Lakes offers another level of living that a lot of neighborhoods can't. When you get into Mustang Lakes, you definitely feel like you are in more of a luxury community, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you got some rolling hills in there, you've got the beautiful lakes in there, you've got the trails, the community parks. Absolutely stunning neighborhood and definitely worth checking out. And there are new construction opportunities as well as resale opportunities in Mustang Lakes. All right, the second pro to living in Celina, Texas is that you have fairly priced new homes in Celina. Now, Celina definitely isn't the cheapest place to live, but it's not the most expensive place either. And the cool thing about it is that most homes in Celina are going to be newer. Because of all the development being over the last 5 years, really, there's a lot of newer homes, and there's even actual like brand new homes you can get in a lot of these new construction communities. Now, generally speaking, a lot of the prices for new construction or even resale homes in Celina are going to start around the $400,000 range and go up into the $1 million range. The median sales price as of the time of this recording is a little bit higher than what it has been in the past. It's around $600,000, and that obviously fluctuates from month to month. So if you're in that $500,000 to $700,000 range, you're going to get a lot of opportunities in Celina, Texas. Now, I want to give you a few examples of what your money will get you in Celina, Texas. And so I'm going to pull up a few different price points and show you a house in each one. All right, the first price point we're going to show you is $500,000. And this home in particular is listed at $545,000. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, and 2,300 square foot house. Beautiful curb appeal, has the modern doors. And if you jump into the house, you'll see that it's really well done and definitely a newer house. You've got the nice flooring, you've got neutral paint colors. You have some more traditional elements in the design like the light fixtures, but more modern features like these doors, these paneled doors. People really like this look, and it's a really common layout in that $500,000 range. You get the open floor plan. So a really good house in the $500,000 range. All right, the second price point we're gonna jump into is the $700,000 range. And this one in particular is listed right below $700,000 at $699,900. It's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 2,500 square foot home. This has a little bit more of a modern curb appeal. You know, I guess I shouldn't say modern. It is still a little bit more traditional architecture, but you get a little bit more of the modern designs within that. It's a little bit more of a modern brick. You've got the gray garage doors, all that kind of stuff. And the inside is definitely a little bit more modern. As you look through, they'll have the light floors, the more modern light fixtures, the white paint color, the gray paint colors throughout. Really beautiful home in that $700,000 range. And you know, it's just a really quality option at $700,000, and being able to get the almost nearly 2,600 square foot. It's a great home in that price point. And the last price point we're gonna hit today is the $900,000 range. And this home in particular is priced at $935,000. It's 4 beds, 5 baths, and just over 3,800 square foot. So this is a pretty large house. And this one definitely is a little bit more modern even than the last price point that we were at. You know, you got the really modern doors, the light flooring, the more modern light fixtures. You've got the light colored beams up here, the cathedral ceilings. Just a beautiful house, definitely more of a modern exterior. This layout is absolutely beautiful. I've been in a home similar to this. I can speak that it's just a really nice open concept home in the $900,000 range. So definitely an amazing home if you can get up into that $900,000 price point. All right, the third pro to living in Celina, Texas is that they have a really cute downtown area. Downtown Celina is really well done. It contains a lot of older buildings that have been revitalized and new businesses have been put in there. You have tons of places to eat, really, really good places to eat actually. I love going to downtown Celina and checking out some of the restaurants that they have out there. They've got Summer Moon and several other coffee shops close to downtown. There's a little town center right there. There's a little park, and they have they host a bunch of events there. Just a really cool space in downtown Celina. It's really kind of the epicenter of Celina, the hub of Celina, where the community really gathers, and it's definitely a selling point of moving to Celina. You know, I think of a place like downtown McKinney. Downtown McKinney is really nice and is bigger. Downtown Celina is quite a bit smaller, but it still has that similar vibe where you get the nice buildings, the nice restaurants and things to do in downtown Celina. So you will have that close to you if you're living in Celina. The fourth pro of living in Celina is that you get more of a small town feel in Celina. Now this is going to be personal preference. You know, a lot of people moving to the Dallas, Texas metro are actually looking for a little bit more of a city life. But if you're looking for a little bit more of that small town feel, but still be close to the amenities of a bigger city, then Celina might be perfect for you. Now that being said, it's probably not going to feel like that, you know, 5 years from now. Like I said, there's going to be a lot more development in Celina. They're projecting there to be over 378,000 people that live in Celina once it's all fully built out. So what is that small town feel right now may be perfect for you, but also keep in mind that over time, that's not going to be the case once there are 378,000 people there. But I do think that they'll always kind of foster that small town feel because of the downtown Celina area. It's just in their roots. And so I think that they're going to be able to incorporate that and hold on to that small town feel in many ways once there is more population in Celina. The fifth pro to living in Celina, Texas is its school system. A lot of parents that I talk to that live in Celina really speak highly of the schools there. There's two different school districts that you could possibly go to if you do live in Celina. The first one being Celina ISD and the second being Prosper ISD. Now, according to greatschools.org, 50% of schools in Celina ISD score average in school quality and 50% score above average in school quality. Jumping over to Prosper ISD, only 8% score average in school quality and 92% score above average in school quality. All right, the sixth pro to living in Celina, Texas is its lightning fast internet. Celina, Texas is actually the first gigabyte city in the state of Texas, which is essentially an initiative that sought to provide gig speed internet to every Celina home. Now, it doesn't mean that you have access to that speed just yet, but over time you will. And the city of Celina has done an amazing job in making sure that they're going to be on top of the times as far as internet speed goes. So if you work from home, that could be a huge plus over time. So there's some pretty good reasons to move to Celina, but we also have to talk about some of the cons of living there as well. So let's jump into that now. The first con to living in Celina is the commute. If you live in Celina, there's really only two convenient ways to get out of Celina. So if you're going to be commuting to Frisco or commuting to downtown Dallas, there's really only two routes that you would possibly take. The first is you could take Preston Road down south, and the second being you could take Dallas Parkway, which turns into Dallas North Tollway out there as well. Now, Dallas Parkway and Preston do get backed up in the mornings and at night. But that being said, they are really well done roads there, so it could be a lot worse. That being said, you're getting a little bit far north of 380, and generally speaking, the further north that you go, the roads continue to get a little bit more beat up, a little less lanes and all that kind of stuff, and you're dealing with some of that in Celina. Being in Celina, you're probably going to be closer to the 50-minute to hour and a half commute time if you're going to go downtown Dallas. That being said, if you're just going to be commuting to Plano or you're going to be working somewhere like Granite Park, you know, that commute might be more so like 35 minutes or so. And so depending on where you're working, Celina could be a little bit too far for you. But it also could be fairly accessible if you are going to be looking closer to working in Frisco or Plano or potentially even McKinney. The second con is that there are not a lot of job opportunities in the city of Celina. You just don't have a lot of employers that have flocked to Celina yet, so you're likely going to have to be commuting outside the city to go to work. That being said, we've found a lot of people have been moving to Celina that end up working remotely, so it's not a huge deal if you are working remotely. But that being said, if you need to be in the office, you're likely going to have to get out of Celina. Now, over time, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more development and a lot more employers that do go to Celina, considering there's going to be a way bigger population. But right now, you just got to keep that in mind. There's not a ton of job opportunities in Celina. The third con to living in Celina is that it's pretty rural. Like I said, Celina is known for a lot of really beautiful neighborhoods and master plan communities. And when you're in those neighborhoods, you really couldn't tell that you were among a lot of farmland around you. But when you're commuting to those neighborhoods or you're going between the grocery store and, a place like Light Farms, you're going to see that the roads that you take you're going to be crossing a lot of fields. You're going to see cows on the side of the road. You're going to see just things you wouldn't see in a place like Plano and Frisco. It's just going to be more rural. The roads are going to be a little bit more beat up there. So you just don't have as much infrastructure up there compared to as you get a little bit closer to Dallas. But that con can easily be a pro for somebody if you are looking for more of a rural scene. So that's just something that you've got to keep in mind. And it's definitely not going to be like that for long. I think that you're going to continue to see a lot of development over the next few years, and those roads are going to get better. The fields, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your stance, are likely going to be turning into, shopping and more neighborhoods. So just keep that in mind if you're considering a move to Celina. And the fifth con to living in Celina, Texas is the lack of entertainment. So I already mentioned Celina has a downtown that you can go to, and it's a great place to go, but you're likely going to get bored of that if that's all you do every single week. And so the reality is, if you're going to be, going out to eat or going shopping or anything like that, you're going to probably find yourself outside of Celina. The closest option for you is going to be somewhere like Prosper, where you have the Gates of Prosper, which has plenty of shopping and eating, or going a little bit further south and getting into Frisco, where you literally have about unlimited amount of options as far as shopping, dining, and entertainment goes. So if being really close to that entertainment and things to do, close to the nightlife, all that kind of stuff, you may want to reconsider a move to Celina. So no matter where you are in the process, reach out. I'd love to help you find the perfect place to call home here in the Dallas, Texas metro. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email anytime. Seriously, I'm here to help you find the perfect fit here in the Dallas, Texas metro. Until next time, I'll see you later.